What is up, guys? Welcome back to a new video here on the channel. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to mod Assetto Corsa. Assetto Corsa, if you don't know, you probably know because you're here at this video, is probably the most known and most famous and probably the best sim racing game available. So what I'm going to show you guys is how to install Content Manager, which is the most important program to start with mods. It basically makes everything much faster, much easier, both installation and also playing. So I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like. So this is inside of Content Manager, and you can see it is simple interface in my opinion, or it is a very simple interface because like time very easily when the race is going to be. You can change tracks here, you can search for different tracks you see here. It is also very easy to install mods, which you're going to see. You just drag and drop the mods and they pop up here. You can also change the settings very easy, and yeah, I don't know if there's you can change everything basically very easy. Car and setups, and it is a content manager that is very easy to use. As you can hear the name, it is content manager, of course. So just go to the link in my description to assettocorsa.club content manager, and you want to just scroll down until you see the download with the light version. You can also, if you support them on this Stripe thing or any of these, you will get the full version, which unlocks a few like smaller features. I don't really remember currently, but there are some things. Is it in the shaders patch? You will see that there are some things that just says not available on the light version yet. So you will need to have Content Manager for that, full Content Manager version for that. But for now, just go with the light version, just click download. So what you want to do with these two is just put them on anywhere. You can put them on your desktop, but I recommend just put them in a folder first and then just drag and drop. Just wizard it to wherever you want. Uh, yeah, or click extract. It doesn't matter. Just unzip these to wherever you want the content manager to be. And then you want to open contentmanager.exe, and it will obviously look something like this. Then the first thing you want to do is go to the settings, and you want to go to custom shaders patch. This is basically quite big, I guess, framework. Yeah, as you can see here, custom shaders patch is specifically prepared DLL file, which when placed in AC root folder adds new features such as dynamic lighting, 24-hour day, new physics features, various optimizations, and a lot more. Most of it is split into extensions you can turn on and off and configure them to your need. And then there's more details and list of features if you want to look at that or read about it. So I'm actually going to delete the patch here, and then it will look like this for you. So you just click install custom shaders patch. It might install, yeah, it's going to install the recommended version for some mods, like a pretty big mod called Sol. I'm going to show you on, it's a weather mod that adds dynamic weather. So it is a weather effect script. And to have that, you need to have a newer version of custom shaders patch than 0.1.76. Just take the latest one. It doesn't matter that it says untested. It just install it. You just click it and then it installs for you, and there you go. Um, then obviously you could play, but you want to install some graphics mod, cars, applications, tracks. I'm back. I just paused to, find some mods. So I found one. We got a car mod, the Honda NSX. Pretty iconic car, in my opinion. Then we have an application or an app, of course. Sidekick. It's one of the best ones. But I'm also gonna leave the link to this site on Race Department. There's also many websites where you can install Assetto Corsa car mods and any Assetto Corsa mods. But I'm for this tutorial, I'm gonna download every mod except one from Race Department, and this one is from Assetto Corsa Club, and they are the ones that made Content Manager. But we're gonna get into that when I am done with this. So just go here and then you can sort by whatever you want, or you can search for whatever car you would like. Or if you want if you don't find a car here, then you can just search on Google for whatever car you would like, and then like a Assetto Corsa mod. Um, but let's for this tutorial, I'm gonna use the Honda NSX. It is the same installation process, so you don't need to worry about that. Same with Sidekick, which is the name of the application I'm going to show you guys how to install. Click download. Um, then for the track that I'm going to show you, the next mod is the mod I talked about before. It is called Sol. It is a dynamic weather, both an app and also like it adds dynamic weather. Um, but it does add an app where you can change the weather in game live, and you can also change the time of the time of day and the time when the weather is going to happen or the weather is going to change. So just click download on that, and then we have a PPFilter. PPFilter is short of post processing filter, which basically changes the light. And the reflections, I guess, basically making the game look way better in most cases. You can see these screenshots here from I chose the natural mod filter. There's many PP filters to, you know, to find online, to download online. So you don't need to worry about not finding the perfect one because you definitely will. You could even create your own. I do not know how to do that. Maybe tutorial coming soon, but otherwise you can just search on YouTube for how to do that. But you can see these screenshots. It looks very beautiful. So basically the easiest way to do it is not to open each individual zip file. Instead open where your downloads are going to be, and then you just take the zips and you drag it here. Also, I forgot to mention one thing. You need to install the content manager. Um, there's a 7-zip extension or plugin, so you need to go into settings in content manager, plugins, and then enable or install 7-zip. Okay. Um, yeah, and then you can drag and drop them. Otherwise, if you don't want to install it, I don't see a reason not to do it. But if you don't want to do it, you can just extract the folders that is inside the zips. That looks like this. There we go. You can just drag and drop these into here, but it's way easier to just install it. So just drag and drop. We're going to start with Sidekick, which is the application. If you have found another application, it is the same installation process. This one is very important that you follow all along because otherwise you're going to miss the important part at the end where you enable it. With the apps, you don't only install them, you also need to activate them. So you click this thing with the 3 bars here when you have dragged it onto Content Manager. And then for me, it says update. For you, it should say install, and you just click install here. It goes pretty fast. Then what you need to do, the important part, you go to settings, Assetto Corsa, apps, and then you're gonna see Sidekick pop up here. And it's gonna look like this. It's not going to be checked. So what you want to do is you want to click it so it's checked like that. Now it is going to pop up in game. Otherwise, it's not going to. This is a mistake that I made when I was new to modding Assetto Corsa that I forgot to make, and then I sat for tens of minutes and just tried to figure it out what it was, and I couldn't figure it out, but then I did. or I searched on a tutorial. So make sure you do that. It is very important. So for the next thing is going to be the car. I chose the Honda NSX. If you chose a Lamborghini Aventador, a Mercedes AMG GT3, whatever, it is the same process. Same with car packs as well. They are the same installation process for the cars. Very, very easy. Just take the zip file. It could also be a 7C file, as you can see here, or a RAR file. Don't need to think about that. Just drag and drop it in here. You're going to see here, you click this menu, and then it's going to say found however amount of um, cars it has found. In car packs, it is obviously more, but this one is kind of a car pack because it adds many different versions of the Honda NSX or the Acura NSX even. It adds that version of the car. Um, just click install. Then, once it is installed, you click on change car. You could go to brands or you could search it up. It's up to you. I'm gonna go to, what is this? Oh, it's traffic. Sorry. You go to Honda in my example, and then you go to the NSX, and then you can see there's different tunes. That is basically under categories of that car. Let's actually search for Honda NSX, and the mods that added the Acura NSX is in Acura, just so you guys, if you were wondering. So we could actually search for NSX. So you see we have the Honda NSX, and then there are 4 tunes for this. And you can see the specs and the weight and stuff like that. Here you can see the torque map and the power map. And there's also a description of each one of these. Yeah. And then you can also change the colors if you want to do that. And you can also, on the Acura NSX, you have that as well here. Um, that's it for the cars. I'm gonna choose one of these. We're gonna take let's take the one. Let's take the NSX NA2S1 in white, and I'm gonna show you guys in game with every one of these mods. But let's move on to the next thing. So the next thing is the track. I chose the Hockenheimring and just drag and drop the zip file. Just drag and drop it on here. So something was wrong with the previous version. I don't know what, but I'm gonna link this one instead. So you can see now you have the layouts to install. If you don't want, for an example, the national layout, short layouts, you could just uncheck them. But otherwise, you just drag and drop it and then you click install. Once it is installed successfully, it's obviously gonna say successfully installed. You can remove completed. Then you go to the track, you click change track. You can search or you can scroll in the list for the track that you want, and then you can underneath the track select the different layouts that you want. So I'm going to click on the GP, and then you click OK, and there you go. The map is now successfully installed. The next thing on the list is the PPFilter and the dynamic weather engine or effects. We're going to start with the dynamic weather engine, which is Sol in my case, which is the best one and the most used one. Just drag and drop it. The same kind of installation procedure. Click install. This mod, same with the apps, you need to do some things in the settings, which is also very, very important for it to actually work. Otherwise, it's not going to work if you don't follow this. I'm also gonna install the PPFilter before we do the installation of both of them. So you just drag and drop it, exact same, and you click install. So now you want to go to settings, you want to go to apps, and you want to enable everything that has something with Sol enabled, because that's a configuring and stuff to configure it. Planner, which is the config you config with how the weather's gonna look. You're gonna see in game later. The custom weather, something like that as well. I don't remember all of these. And the planner is how you select how it's gonna look throughout the day, what weather it's gonna be. Then you want to go to custom shaders patch. You want to go to weather effects and you want to select the controller script to Sol 2.2 and weather script to Sol. Now Sol is installed. And to install the PPFilter, you go to Assetto Corsa, Video, and you select Filter, and you want to. Sol also comes with a few like PP filters, and this one, natural. You just click that one. You can also change these in game with an app, just so you know. I don't know why my Assetto Corsa is in window mode. Don't remember changing that. Maybe I accidentally did it now. I don't know. But you just, unless you want to mess around with your setups and stuff, I am so bad at that. So you're gonna have to deal with it yourself. Then you just get into game. So to open your apps, you just move your cursor over to the right, and then you click all apps. The ones that you have had enabled, you can have here to kind of fast switch them. Go to all apps, and then your apps are the mods, the modded apps that you have installed, or you can search for them. So, for an example, Sidekick, I already have mine here. Good. Yeah. So you can see you got the lap timer, you got the gear and stuff. So I'm driving that. Also, sorry, I said this was tire wear. It is not. This is tire temperatures. But you can also configure Sidekick. So you open Sidekick settings, and then there are some things you're gonna have to do that yourself and decide what you want. App scale requires restart. That will come into play the next time you open your game. And then you can have the shifting light. Yellow right and then red means you should shift. I'm just gonna lower the volume for you guys because I can feel like it's too high. Hopefully that's better so you can actually hear me, because I can barely hear myself talking. And then let's say you don't want this all the time because you're not always going to change the settings, then you just close and unpin. And then you can also have these ones to fast switch, I guess. So I have this Forza Horizon 4 Dash that I like. And then I have them here, and then I can toggle them really, really easily. And then we have this Sol Planner. And then you can also search for Sol. So then you have everything. You got the config, you can check, you can select the different performance presets here. Quality and stuff. Night look. I am not good at that though, sorry. So you're gonna have to experiment with it yourself to however you like. Then you got the weather here. You can change what day it is, what time it is. You can see here, +6 hours, -6 hours, -6 hours again, and then plus a year, plus a month, plus a day. You can select how fast the time is going to progress. I mean, yeah, you choose however you want. And this Sol Planner, you can choose when you want the weather to be a certain way. And you can also hold this red thing. You could do that before. I just did it before as well. Wait, if I pin this and then I don't know, you can. Yeah, you just click what time you want it to be. So for an example, I want it to be sunset, and then I just put it there. Also, I recommend having different PP filters for different like light conditions. I mean, just have a lot of PP filters and then you can cycle through them. Whenever you feel like having a certain one, you use that one, and then you maybe not feel like using another one, and then you don't use it pretty easily. Pretty easy. Um, but yeah, I mean, I also have this mod that I could link down below. I like it for the F1 2020 HUD. It's pretty nice. Or the F1 TV HUD. There's also like the cam tool, but we're not gonna go into those. Next thing we're gonna go into is the post-process filter, which is here. And here you can change them. So as you can see, natural is the one I have selected. I'm just gonna change the time of day, time, yeah, time of day to noon. You can also see the temperatures up here. I don't know why it's in Fahrenheit. I do not like that because I am European. Um, there we go. I think you can change that in the config. Maybe not. It doesn't matter. I can do that off camera. So we have the post-process filter. Either you can just cycle through them if you want to see all of them. This one called nmod is I found it on a YouTuber from a YouTuber called SimTribe. I was just looking for PPFilters, found his video, and then he just linked it. So just search for SimTribe PPFilter and you check out his video and you will find it in his description. You can also click this drop-down menu to select very easily between a list. Default, I think those are the ones are the ones that are in the base game, and then there are some other ones. I have provided this one nmod photo. We have this one that came with a polycard track. Then you got a photographic one, and the one we installed, which is called natural. So just go through these, choose which one you want. There's also ones for soul extra. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading